So today's quiz was maybe inverting 3 by 3 matrix. Let me check the answer first. You can open your Excel file, open the computer. There is easy way to check the answer of yours, whether it's correct or not. Please start Excel. 엑셀 설치했어요, 강의지 옆에? 아니, 여러분, 그 금융, 파이낸스 하는 사람들한테 엑셀, 그냥 경영학과에 엑셀은 필수예요. 네. 엑셀 잘해야 됩니다. So, in order to check the answer, you can open the Excel. So you can type 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2. Basically, we want to invert this one, right? We want to invert this one, right? So please type this one in your Excel file. If we invert this 3 by 3 matrix, then the inverted matrix is also 3 by 3 matrix, right? So you pick any arbitrary area, 3 by 3 area, and then please highlight, select, and you want to fill this one with inverted matrix. And then equal, type equal, and matrix inversion, so M inverse, matrix inverse, M inverse, and then select these 9 cells, close. Next, instead of just typing enter, this is important. Please push Control Shift first, Control Shift, and then enter. So Control Shift Enter, then you will get the inverse solution. Okay. So Control Shift Enter, highlight, and then Control Shift Enter. M inverse, and then select these cells, and Control Shift Enter. Right? It's done. Okay. Is it okay? No. So what you need to do is, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then you have to go this first cell. No. Let's start from the beginning. Delete, and then 3, and then go to the first. Again, and then equal M inverse. M inverse, inverse, M inverse, inverse, and then go to the end, M inverse, and then parentheses, and then select these 9 cells, A1 to C. Oh, this cell is empty, so you have to put number 2 over here, and then 9, and then equal. Again, 9 cells, and then equal this one, the M inverse. M inverse, and then parentheses. And then select these 9 cells. Yes, just drag. 9, and then down, and then Control Shift, push Control Shift. No, Control and Shift together. Control and Shift. This one, this two, and then enter. Again, Control Shift and enter. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2. M inverse. Oh, you miss E over here. E. M inverse E. You see E? Inverse. Yeah. E. You see E, enter. Yes, done. So Control Shift Enter. So is everyone okay? Yes. So this is the answer. So you can easily calculate the inverse matrix with Excel. Control Shift Enter, M inverse, very easy. But you have to at least one time in your life. Okay? You should do yourself. With pen and pencil. Paper and pencil, you have to invert 3 by 3 matrix without computer at least one time in your life, I think. So what is the algorithm? What is the algorithm to calculate this one? Oh, by the way, with Excel, it is inverse matrix. You can also do matrix multiplication. So it is 3 by 3 matrix. So you can multiply 3 by 3 matrix and then 3 by 1 matrix. You can multiply this together, right? If you multiply this one and this one, then you will have this column matrix 3 by 1. You can do that. So you can again select the 3 cells because 3 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 1 is 3 by 1. So you have to select 3 by 1 and then equal M mult. M multiplication MMULT. And then select this one. And then select this one. So you are multiplying this one and Control Shift Enter. Very easy, right? Excel is such a powerful tool. But then, how can I do if we don't have a computer, then how we can do that? Okay, it is a, let me check Google. Okay, so inverse 3 by 3 matrix. Let me check Google. Matrix inversion of 3 matrix. Matrix inverse matrix using minor cofactor. Math is fun, right? Yeah, something like this. How can I? Yeah, so matrix minors and then matrix of cofactor, some step-by-step approach. Okay, so thing is that suppose we have this A matrix, then inverse matrix of A is similar to 2 by 2 matrix. First, it is you have to divide some matrix with determinant like this one. And then you have to get the adjacent matrix called C matrix, right? C transpose. Okay? So adjoint matrix. So you compute in order to calculate inverse matrix, you have to get adjoint matrix and then divide adjoint matrix with determinant. Then we have to understand how to get the determinant of the 3 by 3 and how to get the adjoint matrix of 3 by 3. So we have to get this one and this one. Well, it doesn't explain much. Okay. So determinant, calculation determinant is the, well, is there any easy one? A step by step. Okay. Any step by step. that sounds much better. So first, in order to get the determinant, so 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 0. First, you pick one. So you can pick arbitrary column one row, but usually we pick the. In this case, actually, it is easier to pick the second row to calculate inverse matrix because first one is 0. So selecting the second row is easy, but in this example, they chose first row. So let's choose first row. So first row is 1, 2, 3. So you first pick 1, and then you delete column containing 1 and row containing 1. Then you have only this one, and then compute determinant of this one. Okay. Yeah. Determinant of this one, then it is the 0 minus 24, right? And then our second one, again you delete this one, and then you have a minor matrix 0, 5, 4, 0. And then, but about second one, because it is plus, so next one is minus, plus, minus, plus. So in this case, you put minus. So minus 2 and 0, minus 20. And third one, now you delete this one and now plus. So 3, something like this. So determinant is 1. Right? In this case, however, so determinant is 1. Right? The sign is plus, minus, minus, something like that. But if you choose the second one, because if you choose the second row, then first one, this one is 0. So you don't have to calculate the minor matrix of this one because it is multiplied by 0, right? So it is easy. Now it is the second one. You pick 1. So it is the minus plus. You need a plus sign. So 0, so it is minus 15, right? Minus 15. And you pick this one, and then you delete this row. You pick this one. Now you delete this one. So it is 6 minus 10, right? Right? It is. Yeah, 6 so minus 4. And then multiplied by 4. So 16. So previously it was the minus 15 and 16, so it is 1, same, right? So in this case, it is easier to pick the second row or third row. Third row also contains 0. But anyway, in this case, they choose the first one. So this is step 1. You can calculate determinant in this way. Pick an arbitrary row, column, and remember the signs. Remembering sign is easy. First, one by one, first element plus, and other iterate minus, plus, minus, plus. Right? So determinant is done. Next, step 2. Wow, this is very excellent. Step 2. You transpose the matrix. So it is the original matrix. Where is original matrix? Yeah, it is original. What? Yeah, it is original matrix. Now transpose. Now it is transpose. Second step is to find empty the transpose of the matrix. Now third step is a bit annoying step, right? Third step is annoying step. So now you calculate the minor matrix for each one. So for each element, you delete column and row containing that element and calculate minor matrix. And then find the determinants of each minor matrix, right? Like this way. And then apply sign like this one, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, this one. You can only remember the very first one is plus, and then plus minus iterate. And then this one. This is adjacent matrix. Okay. Now you can simply divide with its determinants. So it is done, basically. Okay. What is this one? It is kind of wrong. So anyway, that's the step. Yeah. So it is the straightforward, isn't it? So again, you can go to the YouTube, and then he explained very well. Or actually, you can go to other. If you wanna focus on the inverse of 3 by 3 matrix, I'm pretty sure there is a lecture video. Right? Finding the inverse using determinant, and then right. Wow, I think this is excellent.
누구나 홈페이지는 필요하죠. 직접 만들어 보면 어떨까요? 누구나 윅스로 전문적인 홈페이지를 제작할.
So now we're going to find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix.
So you can
So
go
here
to
we have a
YouTube
3 by
and they have excellent explanation on the YouTube, so you can watch that. Actually, I think you can even use Korean. Let me check. 역행렬. Let me check. There is even Korean. Right? Wow, excellent. This is the second way. Yeah. So there is even Korean explanation. Wow, that's convenient. Determinant, and then like this. Oh, it is, but it is just a formula. But I think there should be a better explanation than this one. Oh. Well, it is not good because it just lets you, it just teaches the formula, but you have to know the algorithm, right? So. Of course, there is another straightforward way. Another straightforward way is the, if you wanna matrix this one, you can use this one. So you use this property A inverse equals identity matrix. So basically you can multiply A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. You multiply this one with this one and then make it 0, 1, 1, something like that. So you can solve it. There is an alternative way, but it is much more cumbersome. Some students use this way, using the definition of inverse matrix. It is fine. Now, second one, what is the size of this area? So 1, 2, and 2, 1. So it is basically a problem about the geometry of the determinant. Geometry of the determinant is very interesting. Let's see. Determinant. Determinant. Linearly determinant. Yeah, there is a formula for 3 by 3 matrix. So determinant, yes. So geometry of the determinant is that, suppose we have a 2 vector AB, and the size of this area is AD minus BC, which is basically the determinants of this ABCD. Right? Of course, you can write down this A, B, C, D. It is fine. So the answer is that basically I'm answering a question about half of this one. So the answer is, well, this one, it is 1 to 2. So I stack this one as the, right? The 2, 1, 1, so 2, 1, 1, 2, and we get the determinant. Determinant is 3. So size of this area is 3 over 2. So if it is a 3 by 3 matrix, then the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix is basically size of this cube. Right? We have 3 vectors, so it is each generated cube in the 3-dimensional space. Right? So determine the size of the cube. Actually, not cube. It is a parallelepiped. I don't know. Yeah, it is some twisted cube. So there is explanation about it is the way of calculate determinant 3 by 3 matrix, and it is another algorithm to calculate 3 by 3. Okay, you may wonder why determinant is the size of this area. You may wonder. It involves some higher level math, so I don't want to prove it. But in case of 2 by 2 matrix in Wikipedia, actually they showed it is determinant same to this size, and then they actually, yeah, I think this is the nice way. By using sine, cosine, trigonometric function, you can prove. This is the most elegant way of proving the size is the same to the determinant. So let's go to Excel again. Now we know how to calculate inverse matrix or matrix multiplication with Excel. But pushing Ctrl Shift Enter is kind of not cool. It's not sophisticated. So we may want to use the Visual Basic, which is much better. So let's start our Visual Basic to do matrix algebra with Excel Visual Basic. So let me start again. So you can start Excel, and then you save this one as XLSM format. So matrix practice. Okay. Usually I delete tabs which I don't need. I need only one tab. So the file format is XLSM now. So I have to set up the computer again. So there, click, it is already done, and then file option, and then ribbon, and then I click develop tool, so everything is set. And then I go to developers tool and go to Visual Basic, insert module, so I can do coding here. So this is what we did last week, right? So I can write a subroutine, solve like temp And then suppose I'm interested in inverting 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. Okay, suppose I'm interested in the inversion of this one or two matrix algebra this one. First you have to read the data here, right? So let's define A matrix as the range, which is range. And there is two ways to define range. So easy one is A1, 2, right? A1, 2, C3. So range. I read the range, so you need a double quote here. Now you can store the value from A1 to C3 into A. So A store the value. There is alternative way. Alternative way is you can define A1 as the another way is A range. There are two ways. So cell 1, 1, cells 3, 3, cells 3, 3. Actually, this is more intuitive, a bit long. But this is more intuitive. I prefer the second way. So first column, first row, and third column, third row. So there is two ways to read the matrix in the spreadsheet. Suppose in the here cell 1, 5, maybe cells 1, 5. Let's generate a determinant over here. So y call it worksheet function, and then m determ of a. So I call worksheet function and call the function that calculates determinant of a, m determ a. And if I run this program, then cell 1, 5 here, I'll have the determinants of this one. So to make it easy, let's insert button and then click here, and then change the name, run. So if I run, there is a -6. This is determinant. Select -6. Right? This is straightforward, easy. Again. 야, 컴퓨터 없는 사람은 같이 옆에 사람이라. 잘 뜨나? 잘 안 보여. 어떻게 하지? So let me copy and paste this one into the. You don't have to move. You can go to our course web page. This is today's course web page, so I can here. Okay. Okay, so if you go to our course web page, you can see my code. Course web page. So A is range and cell 1, 5 function determinant of A. You can go course web page. Our course web page. 그러니까 우리 코र्스 웹 페이지 가면 된다니까. 우리 강의 페이지. 강의 페이지 가면 내가 카피 앤 페이스트 했으니까 이제 보일 거 아니야. Yeah, you can go to our course page.
How can I get to the
Okay. So first you have to go to the module for programming. So you have to go out and then actually file save as save with the different name. Yeah, save this one 문건. File and save with the different name, and then click here with the second one. Oh yeah, that one. Save. Okay. And then now you have to set up the program here. and then this one. Yeah, this one and then this one option. This option, right? And then click this one. Yeah, and check everything. Yeah. And okay. And then you go here again, and then option again, option, the previous one. Oh no, not this one. Cancel, and then here, and then I think this one, and then no, above one, this one. Interesting. This is different. You go this one, then yes, click this one. Okay, and then go here, and then Visual Basic. No, not that one. Yes, go Visual Basic, and then Insert, and then Module. Yeah, and then go to course web page and copy and paste that one. Yes, you can go. Actually, you can go to our course web page. Go to the browser, Firefox maybe, and you know the web page over there, right? That one. Anyway, open and internet is not connected. So then you have to write it. So I think you can move here. You can see? Yes. So in the module, you can type this one. Yeah. Okay. So guess how we can do. Eh? Now, inverse matrix is similar. Now for inverse matrix, maybe you want to generate inverse matrix on this area, the A5, C7. So range A5 to C7. Here you maybe wanna put the inverse matrix. So again, worksheet function M inverse and then A, right? And then if you run the program, done, right? It is straightforward, usually. Okay. I'll this one again. Move our course web page. Right, so again, in A, variable A, I read the information in this range, A1 to C3. Alternative way of reading matrix is using this one. Of course, for this one, you can use cells other one. Yeah? You can denote this one in this format as well. And I call worksheet function M determinant or M inverse, which is in the worksheet function. And I call it, and I calculate determinant and save the value in the cell first row, fifth column. And then in the range A5, C7, I store the value of M inverse matrix of that one. 네. 아까랑 결과가 왜 다르게 나와요? 그럴 리가. 행렬이 뭐 다를 수 있고. Of course, if you use a different matrix, then you can change this one, right? 0, then run again, then you have different number. Again, in order to add the button, yeah. Again, this one button, and then assign this one, and